Why negative people suddenly leave you alone. Have you ever noticed that some people just exhaust you? Not because they scream, not because they're obviously toxic, but because every single conversation with them leaves you feeling smaller, heavier, like you need to go home and just decompress for an hour. Maybe it's someone at work. Maybe it's a family member you see every holiday. Maybe it's a friend you've had for years. But lately, every time their name pops up on your phone, you pause before picking up. You know that feeling. Most people deal with this for years. They stay patient, they stay polite, they keep showing up, and they quietly wonder, is it me? Am I the problem? You're not the problem. But here's what nobody tells you. You don't have to confront these people. You don't have to cut them off dramatically. You don't have to write a long message explaining how they make you feel. Because there's something that works better than all of that. There are specific things you can start doing quietly, consistently, that make negative people lose interest in you. Naturally, almost automatically. 5 tricks that make negative people quietly back off. No confrontation, no drama, no big speech. Just they leave. Let's get into it. Trick 1. Stop explaining yourself. Let me tell you about James. James had a friend, let's call him Kevin, who questioned everything James did. Why did you quit that job? Why are you eating that? Are you really sure about this? James would explain. Kevin would push back. James would explain more. It became a loop, an exhausting, draining loop. Then James's therapist told him something that changed everything. You don't owe anyone a trial for your own choices. So James stopped explaining. Short answers, no justifications, no defending. Kevin got bored. Within a month, Kevin stopped asking. Here's the truth, negative people feed on your explanations. Every time you defend yourself, you're handing them more material to work with. The trick? Answer less. Explain nothing. A simple, I'm good with my decision, is enough. You'll notice pretty quickly, people who genuinely care will respect that. People who don't? They'll move on to someone easier. And that someone doesn't have to be you. Trick 2. Control your emotional response. There was a girl named May. Her mother-in-law had a gift for saying the exact thing that would make May's eye twitch. Your cooking needs work. Your sister is more successful. You know the type. May used to go quiet, turn red, leave the room upset, and the mother-in-law, she'd do it more. One day, May decided to try something different. She smiled, said, "Oh, interesting," and kept eating. The mother-in-law looked confused. She tried again. May said, maybe. Then passed the salt. You know what happened next? The comments started fading. Because here's the psychology. Negative people aren't just being mean. They're looking for a reaction. Your emotional response is the reward they didn't know they were chasing. Cut off the reward. The behavior loses its purpose. This doesn't mean you feel nothing inside. It means you choose what you show on the outside. Try this next time someone says something to get a rise out of you. Take one breath, give a neutral response, then move on. Watch how fast they run out of steam. Trick 3. Raise your standards. Visibly, this one is subtle, but it's powerful. Daniel had a group of old friends who would subtly knock his ambitions. Starting a business? Too risky. Working out every day? Relax a little. The kind of discouragement wrapped in fake concern. You know exactly what I mean. Daniel didn't argue back. He didn't defend his choices. He just quietly started doing the things they said he couldn't. Woke up early, launched his project, showed up better every week. Within a year, those same friends stopped giving unsolicited opinions. Some drifted away on their own. A few actually started asking him for advice. Why does this work? Negative people are most comfortable when you stay at their level. When you grow, you become unfamiliar. Uncomfortable to be around. They either rise with you or they disappear. And most of the time, they disappear. So the trick isn't to push them away. It's to pull yourself forward. Your growth becomes the most natural filter you'll ever use. Pick one thing today. One standard you've been letting slide. Raise it. then raise it again. Trick 4. Reduce access. Nobody talks about this one enough. Lisa had a coworker who would vent to her every single day. Problems with the boss, problems with her marriage, problems with everything. Lisa, being the kind person she was, would always listen. But she noticed after every one of these conversations, she felt drained, like the energy had been quietly siphoned right out of her. A coach told her something she didn't forget. You can care about someone without being their emotional recycling bin. So Lisa made small changes. She'd already be on a call when the venting started. She'd eat lunch somewhere else. She'd give a short, warm response and gently redirect. She didn't ghost anyone. She didn't cause a scene. She just reduced the access. The coworker found someone else to vent to. Lisa got her afternoons back. Here's the lesson: you're allowed to manage your availability. Saying, "I have something on right now," is not rude. It's self-respect. Negative people tend to target the most accessible, the most patient, the most kind. Don't stop being kind. Just stop being endlessly available. Trick 5. Build a life they can't relate to. This is the last trick, and honestly, it's the most lasting one. There was a guy I'll call Ray. Ray used to hang around people who only complained about money, about luck, about how the system was rigged against them. Ray nodded along. It felt comfortable, familiar, safe. Then Ray started meditating, reading, taking courses, saving quietly, making plans. He didn't announce any of it. He just did it. And his circle started reacting in a strange way. You think you're better than us now? Why are you so serious all of a sudden? Ray didn't fight back. He just kept building. Slowly, those friendships faded. Not with arguments, just with distance. And new people entered Ray's life. People with goals. People building things. People who talked about ideas instead of other people. Ray told me later, "I didn't drive anyone away. I just became someone different people wanted to be around." When you build a life that's genuinely fulfilling, the noise tends to quiet itself. That's the most powerful trick of all. Not a defense mechanism, a direction. So let's bring this back to you. Maybe you have a Lisa situation at work, a May in your family group chat, or a whole circle like Ray's that you've quietly been outgrowing. Here are your 5 tricks one more time. 1. Stop over-explaining. Your choices don't need a jury. 2. Control your reaction. Be boring to them. 3. Level up consistently. Your growth is your filter. 4. Reduce access. Manage your time and energy. 5. Build something real. Become someone different people want. None of these require a single confrontation. No argument, no dramatic exit, no speech, just quiet shifts, repeated over time. And one day, you'll look around and realize the people who used to drain you are simply no longer there. Not because you fought them off, because you moved forward and they couldn't keep up. If this felt close to home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below. Which of these have you personally heard? I read every comment. If this helped, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real talk. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong.